We got in late Sunday night, so we kicked off Monday morning with a coffee and a matcha, and then did some sightseeing. So this is the Don Luis Bridge. We also saw where you could do these gondola rides, so we went ahead and did it, which offered really great views of the city. Quick Airbnb tour of our place in Porto. So this is the view when you walk in. They have really fun steps to get up to the loft bedroom. But here we have these gorgeous windows, the view, and then we have a little bathroom coming into the main area. Super nice. And then we have another window over here. And then back here is our kitchen. Now I'm upstairs and we just have a small loft style bedroom, which is super cozy. Small place, but perfect for our time in Porto. So we are just chilling in our Airbnb. We woke up around 7 this morning, which is pretty good considering we went to bed around 2 a.m. last night. So we landed in Porto from JFK around 11:30 and then got through customs around midnight, which we didn't think we were going to be able to pick up our rental car since it closed right at midnight, but they were still running a few shuttles. So we were able to pick it up and make it to our Airbnb, which is super nice and cozy. It's perfect for our 3 days here. So we've just been spending the day walking around, sightseeing, checking out new restaurants, and then we'll start working for a little bit. So it's a little dreary outside, but it's nice since we're going to be working for the rest of the day. Jared's trying to beat jet lag. Our first stop of the day was the Sao Bento train station, famed for its stunning hand-painted tile murals. I could have walked around in here forever. It was beautiful. Next, we went to this market where there were vendors selling everything from baked goods and fresh flowers to seafood and tinned fish. We each enjoyed a glass of Porto white wine as we wandered through the aisles. I ended up buying 3 types of tinned fish I can't wait to try. And then afterwards, we tried the famous Portuguese pastry, pastel de nata. For our last morning in Porto, we got up and went to another coffee shop. Here they were making more pastel de nata, so we grabbed a quick bite to eat before starting our road trip of around an hour and a half from Porto to Douro Valley. We toured Quinta do Vaiado, one of the oldest and most famous estates in the Douro Valley. So we enjoyed touring their vineyards and learning more about their winemaking process. After the tour, we were able to sample some of their wines and actually ended up taking home a bottle of red with us. My favorite part of the Douro Valley was just driving around and taking all of the views. It's so unique and unlike anything that I had ever seen before. We are in beautiful Douro Valley and we just got to our Airbnb, which is this, but it's overlooking our own pool, which is stunning. We have vineyards and orchards all around us. Bring you into the house. It's very cute, perfect for a one-night stay. There's this, we have tons of windows overlooking the property. It's a little kitchen where we're gonna make dinner tonight. Got all of the ingredients to make some pasta. And this is the view from the kitchen window. absolutely stunning. Then our bedroom's in here. Again, full of windows. The perfect little cottage stay in the country. We absolutely loved this property. We spent the rest of the night just enjoying each other's company, relaxing, and taking in the beautiful countryside that was surrounding us. We are currently driving from Douro Valley to Lisbon. So we spent yesterday touring a winery and then just chilling at our amazing Airbnb that had a pool and overlooked vineyards. It was really, really cozy, but we were exhausted, so we just watched the last season of Bridgerton and then went to sleep, and then we had to get up early in order to make the drive to be in Lisbon for work around 2 p.m. So we ended up making dinner last night, and we found a couple of small grocery stores to get things from. We wanted to make just a pasta dish. We got a bottle of red wine from the winery we went to. And we found this local little market, and we really wanted to have some protein, so we found this like pre-made chicken package. Didn't read the packaging closely enough. And while we were making dinner, Jared was like, is this actually chicken?
The first result for the direct translation from Portuguese was little feet snacks.
And we're like, because it was already chopped up and it was seasoned. I mean, it just looked like chopped up chicken breast. We're like, maybe because it's already chopped up. But then in very tiny print underneath, we translated that, and we did in fact buy pork feet, chopped up pork feet. So I'm glad we caught that before we put it into the pasta. So we ended up just having a veggie pasta, which was really good, but that was our oopsies in Douro Valley.
Checking into the Airbnb, it was like way out in the middle of nowhere, which is really cool. That's how you get the deals and the good places. But the signage, well, first off, we pull down into this like weird little dilapidated spot of buildings, and there was no joke like an inch on either side of the rear view mirrors. And I drive like 100 yards down this cobblestone alley, and the entire road is blocked off at the end, and I'm following the GPS, and this construction worker just laughs at me and points that I need to back up. And so that was tense. And then we get out and we pull up, and there was some really confusing signage, and we ended up on a dirt road in the middle of an apple orchard that I think is for tractors. And we were on the phone with the hostess from the Airbnb, doesn't speak a lick of English. Alex doesn't speak any Portuguese. And then we hear her just panting on the other end of the line, and she's like, I can't find you. And we tell her there's a dog barking, and she's like, oh no. And we're like, let's just back up and try again, and we'll call you in a minute. And we were like in the opposite direction of where we needed to go. And then we like pull up to we see these two ladies standing on this street corner, and she proceeds to, just out of breath and sweaty, tell us to drive down and turn left at the sign. And then she takes off running and runs like 200 or 300 yards down a gravel road in front of our car. And I kind of felt like we were chasing her down like an animal. That was kind of weird. And then we pull in and she's like, okay, now you go there. You're the second house. I'll be back. And then she turns and just runs off into these grapevines.
Felt really bad. We just kept apologizing. She kept apologizing, but obviously it was worth it because the Airbnb was stunning, but it was definitely a little tricky to find, but that's okay. Get into Lisbon. We're gonna work tonight, and then I think tomorrow we're just gonna sleep in and have a chill day. Ever since we got here on Sunday, we've kind of had full days, which was a little bit on purpose just because we wanted to beat the jet lag and have things to kind of get us out of bed, but I am definitely starting to come down with a sinus infection, so I think we just kind of need a day of rest, but it'll be nice to chill, and then we're in Lisbon for 8 days, so we'll be able to stock up on groceries, get some laundry done, unpack, and just settle in a little bit, which I'm looking forward to. So next time you see us, we will be in Lisbon.